Well, good morning, friends. Welcome back to my channel, Southernyankee Beauty. Today we're doing the video a little bit differently, although you are going to see everything that I put on my face today and what I think, and I'll put an up-close photo at the end like normal. But I am going to do a little bit more of like a speed review style. We've done this before with everything I've used today, and this video is featuring Moira Cosmetics. I just did a big purchase from them, and I thought, why not? Let's go ahead and try everything out. I do have an empty to start with actually first, if I can dig it out of here, that I just want to give a little love to. This is not cheap, but it is a very, very deep moisturizer, and I have used this on my face, and I've like used it in every last bit. I've got a little bit of a irritation and red mark down here, and then I use it up here. You can use it all over, but because I'm out of it, I just like scraped it and put it on like the really dry areas of my face. Also, it's really great like on under your eyes a little bit. This is a moisturizer by South Beach Skin Lab Repair and Release Cream, and mine's empty. I'll show you. Clearly I used it. It is empty. It is like $57 a bottle though. That's the downfall. But it is a thick moisturizing cream, whether you just use this at night to deeply moisturize or you know, use it daily underneath your makeup. It just sinks in, and I found like I have a very bad, like in the video, like you can't see it right now, but like in the video when I put my makeup on, there's always like a little spot here, and for years I just have thought, okay, like is this, and I still need to get it looked at by a dermatologist, but I thought it was like discoloration, just like an age spot, but it seems to be a dry patch, like a really, really bad dry patch. It just never goes away. And even like when I exfoliate, it gets a little better, but not enough. This really helped it a lot. So I am inclined to repurchase this again, just because it worked so well for me. And then for primer today, we went back to drugstore, and I went in with the e.l.f. putty primer right here. You can see me putting it on, and I did put it kind of everywhere on my face. Now, last time I used this a couple of days in a row, I got a little bit of breakout, so I stopped using it because I wasn't sure if it was from this or not. But this is a putty, and I'm going, and I, you know, kind of scraped a piece off with my nail. I use it here, 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 like I have like some pores here, and then I tend to touch my face, and I end up getting like losing my makeup on the sides here. So that's where I used it. I just kind of ended up like putting a thin layer of it all over my face today, and it went over the moisturizer and stuff really well that I used, so I was more than pleased using this today. But I'll have to give you an update on what I think, and if this is the culprit for breakouts. I'm going to use it for a few days. If you start seeing breakouts, you know what it's from. All right, but if not, it may have been something else I was using. It all could have been hormonal too, just like that time of month type of stuff with me. So I thought, I have 2 of these, and I thought it's time for me to go back and see, are we going to keep this or are we going to declutter it? It remains to be seen, so I will have to give you an update. But as far as the way that the skin looked, I think the skin is glowy and beautiful, and I do think that it did help a little bit with like kind of filling in the pores. I wouldn't say it was like a full like magic, ooh, they're just blended and gone, but I think it worked pretty well. It's just a matter of whether it's gonna behave with my skin. So I will give you guys updates on that. And then going into foundation, I wanted to go back to something that I actually did not like the first time. Well, correction, I liked it. I liked the coverage and the glow and how beautiful it was. However, in wearing it throughout the day, it did not wear well. Hopefully in this video I can actually update you on the wear time and see if we can get at least 8 hours out of it, because this is a clean product by LYS. It is their Triple Fix Serum Foundation, so it's not super thick. Mine is in the color LN6, so because I have neutral skin, and it is a serum foundation. LYS is a really nice brand. I love their cheek products, like their blushes and stuff like that. Wonderful. So I loved the color and the coverage of this. Like when it doesn't cover fully, like you can see I have to go and put some, well, you'll see after it's done, I have like my spot there still showing, and I have to cover up a few spots with some concealer later. But the way it made the skin look on initial application is incredible, and it looked really healthy and really glowy. Now we have to see is it going to stay in my collection or is it going to go? Because that is the question with the longevity. I did use obviously the primer today. I also used a powder and I used a spray. So hopefully doing all the steps we will find, and that's what they suggested actually, by the way. I reached when I reviewed it, the company reached out to me and gave me some tips on how to better use it. But it does look absolutely skin-like and beautiful on the skin, and it has a nice glow. Even after I've like mattified it, with the powder and everything, it's still pretty glowy, and I feel like that looks nice. So anyway, so that is the LYS Beauty foundation. All right, after the foundation, I went in with the Shiseido. This is a tried and true. This is probably my second or third one. The concealer, let's see if I can read it. It's so small. It's like itty bitty. I know I got a neutral shade. I wish it was on the top so I could tell you guys. I'll have to go back and look at my history because I cannot even read this at all. I do see some numbers there, but I can't. It's so itty bitty. Like, it's so itty bitty. Like, I can't read that. It's impossible. Anyway, if I can find the shade, I'll put it up on the screen. So I put it in these areas where I tend to get redness and on my nose, and I put it under my eyes today. This is something that I know I will continue to purchase. It gives a really nice amount of coverage. It's not creasing under my eyes ever. You know, I did set it with the powder, but it doesn't crease. I really, really, really like this product. This is a go-to for me. And just an FYI, the foundation from Shiseido is also absolutely incredible. And they work really, really nicely together. So if you haven't tried their foundation or their concealer, I mean, maybe try the concealer first, but then move to the foundation because they're both really great. In fact, pretty soon I'm probably going to be repurchasing the Shiseido foundation as well. Now I think I went into my bronzer next, and I went into this little goodie. This is from ABH. This is the Italian Summer Palette. I think we got this. Didn't we get this in like a BoxyCharm or an Ipsy? I can't remember. But here it is. And you've got the bronzer, the highlight, and the blush. Beautiful, beautiful compact here. Again, called Italian Summer. I just used the bronzer. I will say for my skin at like now with how light my skin has lightened up, this bronzer was a little dark, and I knew it was going to be dark because I've used it before. So I was trying to kind of go in a little bit lighter with it, and then afterwards I took whatever foundation was still on my whatever foundation was still on my brush beauty blender and blotted it in, and also used the powder to brighten up the skin a little too. So, but it came out nice. I think it gave me just enough amount of bronze. This is something I will keep. This is easy to travel with. I like the packaging, and it's just really cute. And to have all that's one thing that saves me from bringing 3 things on a trip. And I like the peachy tone in here. The peachy tone on the cheeks is really beautiful. I don't have that on today. I have something else, but this was a good one. All right, so speaking of powder, and I'm not sure which step I did it. I might have done it backwards, what I just told you, but I went into the Becca pink powder. This is the pink haze powder, and it's a soft light blurring powder. It definitely does leave a little bit of a pink cast to your skin, and it mattified the skin really nicely. So the reason it's pink, though, as you can see here, is to brighten the skin, and I do think it did it. I think it accomplished its mission, so I am not unhappy with this at all. If you're doing a super warm look, like I didn't, mine look is really, really cool. I don't know that this, because it does leave a little bit of a pink cast, you may not like this if you're using like the autumn colors and the like fall tone colors. It may not be the best, but for cool looks, and I'm somebody who has neutral skin tone, so I can wear cool or warm. I really do like using this powder, and it's finely milled, and it definitely brightened up the skin. And you can see I kind of put it there to give a little bit more of a chiseled look, and I think it did that as well. And I left that powder on a little bit, and then I just brushed it off. So happy with that as well. I don't know if that's still available because I think Becca closed down, but then another company kind of picked up some of Becca's stuff. But I think it was mostly the highlighter, the Champagne Pop highlighter that they purchased and are selling. I don't remember who's selling it now. But anyway, if you know, you can leave it in the comments down below. Next up, this is another one that came in either Ipsy or BoxyCharm. This is the True and Luscious Angel Eyes infused with rose extract. It's an eyeshadow primer. This I really like. When you have any kind of like staining on your eyes, it kind of blocks out everything. It's definitely very white, and I feel like that is also very brightening as well. So I put it all over the lid, blended it in, and then whatever was left, I just sort of pushed down on the bottom lash, because I'm no longer using micellar water because I was having allergic reactions to 2 different ones, and it was causing swollen eyes and everything. And then I've noticed with, like, I use the Urban Decay, which is a little bit more of a emollient type all-nighter primer, and that doesn't make my eyes like are kind of it kind of doesn't feel, it's like a beautiful primer, but it kind of sometimes also can not like sting me a little bit. I don't know how to explain it, but this one doesn't. This one, the same thing if I use like a foundation like primer on my eye or concealer on my eye, that doesn't bother my eyes, and this didn't either. So there's something in those more emollient type of primers that do tend to bother my eyes, even though they're technically better because they're more moisturizing for the lid. I'm not really sure I need a ton of moisture on my lid most days. Now, when I was having the eye breakout, my eyelids were so dry. But this really, I think, can show the color off really well of the shadows and definitely adds to the longevity. I've used this many times, so I can attest to the fact that this is a really good product, and you should try it if you're having any kind of issues with your eyes. It doesn't bother me at all. Okay, now we're going to start with the Moira eyeshadow palette. I have tried Moira's liquid shadows, but never their actual formula for just their shadows that are powder shadows. This one is the Beauty Adventure Beauty Quest series palette. I will say I struggled finding a palette with a color story that I liked on Moira. The color stories didn't seem very cohesive to me. I didn't like a lot of the shades in it, and I don't like a lot of the shades in here. You guys know I don't wear a lot of blues, and there's 4 different blue shades in here, but we did have the mauve shades. This shade, as you'll see, didn't do anything. It's just kind of set down the primer. These 2 shades really were absolutely gorgeous. And then I tried to add this green shade in, which was on the outer edge with a brush, and it wasn't doing well. You really kind of needed to use your finger with this. And this one though, this shade is very creamy and beautiful, and you absolutely, and it's such a light gold, you absolutely do not need a brush for this, and it's just really pretty, really beautiful. So overall, I got a very interesting eye look. Now what you're looking at now, I did put a liquid shadow over the green a little bit, so it's going to be a little bit more bright green in the video or the clip that you're watching until you see the next product that I put on the top when I finished the eye look. But overall, I think the eye look is pretty. Again, are the colors completely cohesive? No. I mean, there was probably a pink or something I could have used in here, but let me look. No, there really isn't. There was a purple I could have used on the lid with this look, and there was a darker gold, and then there was a blue. Oh, I should have used this one. I should have used this on the inner corner, this white shade called Draw Token. Let's just take a look and see what that looks like. Okay, so that's like kind of a duochrome. That's got very pretty tones to it. No color base. Got a little pink, and you got some lime and green and yellow gold flicks in there. So that would have been a beautiful shade for the inner corner. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have used that. I didn't. Overall, did I like the quality of this? Yes, and I do actually think that their shimmer formula is quite beautiful. Mostly using it, like I said, if you're using it wet, it looks like a wet finish on your eye, and some of them are work great with, like, they're creamier and they work really good with a brush, and some of them do not, and you want to use your finger. Either way, you're going to get a beautiful look. So this was the Beauty Quest Moira Beauty Adventure palette. I would like to see more cohesive palettes coming out of Moira with more products, like where the color stories are a little bit better, and more themed. So like more of a warm, like one that's all cool toned, one that's all warm toned, a berry toned palette, I don't know, a nudes palette. Like, I'd like to see them be a little bit more cohesive in it, but the quality was good. I didn't get a lot of fallout with either the matte shades or the creamy metallic-y duochrome shades either, so very pretty, and for the price, I also think that this was a good buy. Okay, finishing up the eyes with liner, I use basically 3 products. I use the Neutrogena Nourishing eyeliner. I use that on the bottom, and because I'm not using the stuff to get the stuff off my eyes anymore, I'm using water in those like cloths that you just wet and takes your makeup off, and it's hard sometimes to get it all off the bottom. So what I did today, because I didn't fully get it all off and I didn't want to irritate my eyes, is I lined it with the Neutrogena on the inside waterline, and then the back of this has a little teeny smudger. It also has a sharpener back here, but it's got a little smudger, and I smudged it under my eye to give the eye a little bit more definition as well. This works good. This is honestly the only Neutrogena pencil that I've ever, I think, used. I wouldn't mind trying maybe a brown or a green or something like that from Neutrogena. Yeah, I don't know why I haven't tried more, but I like it. It worked really nicely. All right. I also lined the black liner on the top with Farah. It's Farah, and this is an 18-hour eyeliner pencil. I've been using this. This is nice. It's got like it's got a flexible tip on it. You can see like that, but it draws nice. It's got really deep dark color. It goes over glitter, it goes over shimmers, all the different textures that I've been putting in my eye. It works well with. So this is another one. How long is this good? 24 months? This is only good 6 months, but it is cruelty free, and it's in the color Black Velvet, and I do really like it. I'm probably close to the end of where I would need to replace it. I don't know if it's been open 6 months, but I've had it more than 6 months. So I think it's probably 6 months from the time that it's open, but if you know the answer to that, please let me know, because I'm not really sure when it says that. Like, if it's from the minute you opened it, or if it, like, what if it's set for 6 months and nobody opened it, and then, is it bad then, or do you have to discard it, or is it good because you just opened it? Who knows? Anyway. Long story short, I also went in with this. I've showed many, many times. This is by Benefit. This is my kitty's coming up. They're real magnetic lashes. I really do like this product. It gives you beautiful lashes, gives you length, it deepens them, it separates them. It's a little bit more of a wet formula. In the video when I was putting it on, I did get a little spot there. I had to wait for it to dry, and then I got rid of it. But I do like it. I will tell you though, by the end of the night, I want it off. Like, it's a little thick on your eyelashes, and by the end of the night, I get tired and my eyes start to itch, and I'll start rubbing my eyes, and I just want to get it off at the end of the night. But it lasts all day for like a work day or a holiday party. I wore this for the holiday party yesterday, I wear this for work, and then in the evenings I just take it off, and it's good. So it's a really nice one. Okay, to finish off the eyes, I went in and I used the Pat McGrath highlighter. This is a beautiful one. I brought this out recently. This is such a beautiful one. I've showed this in several ones, but it is like a luxury highlight. It's just so gorgeous, and you know it the minute you put it on your face. It is so, so stunning. So I used that on the inner corner, and I also used that up, you can see it on this one better, on the top of the eye. And this is in the shade, it's the Skin Fetish Divine Glow Highlighter in the color Golden Moonlight. Now, I wasn't able to find this last time I tried to link it. I was able to find one close from Pat McGrath that I linked, but I wasn't able to find the Golden Moonlight. So this may have been part of a collection. It may have been a limited edition. I don't know, but if you have the opportunity to get your hands on this particular shade, it's a good one, and you should try to do that, because it's such a luxury, high-end, beautiful, beautiful finish, and it goes, I mean, I didn't use it on my cheeks, that's a different highlight, but it's just so pretty, and it goes with so many different looks. I feel like I can wear this with warmer or cool looks, so I just used this on to finish off the eyes today. Okay, then I went into 2 of the Moira, these are like lip chubbies. They're called After Party Matte Lips. So I have color 02 in the Party Bus, and then I also have color 114 BYOB, Bring Your Own Beer. You will see I mix these colors. Now, what I'm not super happy with is the color that is depicted is not indicative of the color that these came out. So this definitely looks more mauve than it is. mauve leaning. And when you put this on, you think it's brown, and it ends up looking more purple as well. So I'll swatch these right here for you. There's that one. So you can see it's kind of got a berry tone to it. Oh, I did a bad job self-tanning yesterday. Oh well. And then here's the first one that we did. But these are nice. They are matte. You can use them to line. I mixed them, as you can see, and they line well. And I used these yesterday and at the party. I'll put a picture up here of our Christmas party we went to. And I did use a little bit of a different lipstick over it, but my lips stayed lined and beautiful through eating and drinking. And I got home and it still looked gorgeous. I still had enough lipstick on my face, and it just looked really pretty, and I got no patchiness at all. And I did it the same way, where I lined with this one and I filled in the lips, and then I just took the darker one on the outer edge, and then I put a little bit of lipstick in the middle, and it stayed really great all day. It doesn't feel like, you know, when you put something matte on your lips, it would feel really dry and cakey and cracky. It didn't do any of that. There was no fading or feathering. I do have a little bit of dry lip on one part of my lip. It didn't even stick to that in a bad way. I would say that these were a huge win. Just got to be careful of the colors, because when you're looking at the color, don't look at the cap, look at the swatches online when you're buying these, or you're not going to like what you get, because you're going to think, like, I thought I was getting like a nude and I thought I was getting like a brown, and they're pretty much both more like in the purple family. So anyway, but they still worked really good. And then on the, oh, I forgot to tell you about this, but I'll swatch this in a minute. So then on the center of the lip, I just went in with this little matte cream. This one does lean a little bit more towards like the peachy brown shade. It's the Lush Matte Cream in the color Mooncake. I'll just swatch this too, might as well while we're here. So they actually all worked really well together. I think we got a really pretty cohesive lip. It is a matte lip. I figured with so much shine on the face everywhere else, the glowy look, the glowy eyes, I'd keep the lips a little bit more matte, and I am happy with that. So I haven't had a chance to use this enough to know like how it does just on its own. We're gonna have to play with that more. All right, moving right along, I went into an oldie but a goodie. This is the Moira Cream Blushes, and this one is a bright shade in the color Love Heat. This is a very cool toned pink blush. Very, very sticky and emollient. You can see how sticky it is in the pan. And then if you put it on, it's very pink and it's very sticky. And you do have to sort of blend it out. But once you blend it out and it dries, and you know, I put powder and everything, there's no more stick on my face. So it blends out really pretty after the fact. I do feel like it disappeared a little. I mean, I think what I'm seeing is more bronzer and highlight, little bit of blush, not seeing a ton of it. So and that is unfortunate. I did find that I have a more of a nude blush in the first application, so pretty and bright and beautiful, but if you're going to add powders and stuff like that, I feel like it kind of eats it. So the best way to probably use this is without putting any powder over it. I mean, highlight's fine, but I would leave it and not let it, you know, let it set down and put some highlight on it, but maybe don't put powder over it, because I feel like the color sort of soaked away in the powder. So anyway, that was in the color Love Heat, but these are fun and very easy to apply as well. Okay, I did put a duochrome over my eyes and I forgot to mention it. So what I'm going to do is I have three different items that we really didn't get to play with too much that I'm going to swatch, that are the liquid stuff from Moira for your eyes that we're going to swatch. But I did use the Aqua Liquid Highlighter. This one is in the color Water Pearl. This is gorgeous. Again, this rivals what I would like Natasha Denona. She's got her ones like this, these liquid ones, and I would say that these would be a good dupe for. I don't know how many colors she's got. So this one is White Pearl, and it does lean a little bit more pink. Really beautiful, blends out nice, and again, it dries down, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful finish on the skin. So I do think you guys would like these, and I think they do come in several colors. So check these out, because for the price you get a huge big bottle. You're getting 0.06 full ounces, 0.676 full ounces, 20 milliliters. So you're getting a big container, and you saw how little I use, like 2 dots and 2 dots, right? And I think I might added a little bit more just to give it a little bit more of a bling look. I guess you can see the pink still on my cheeks too from that blush, just not as prominent as you could in the video. So this I think is a really great buy. I would suggest getting these, because I think if you're using Charlotte Tilbury's, which are wonderful, it's a great formula. Honestly, I think you're going to be super impressed with these as well. But I do think there might have been more like darker colors. I don't know how many light colors there were, what the shade range was on here, so that might be the only thing that, you know, could use some improvement. Okay, last but not least, we have 3 products here. This is the one I forgot to mention that I used on my eye. This is in the color Diamond Dazed Liquid Shadow. Then I have this one here. This looks like the Twin Flames type ones from Danessa Myricks, but this is in Space Chameleon. So we're going to swatch both of these for you. How fun. And then this is Scandalous Eyes Metallic Duo. So you have a glitter and you have a metallic. And they are made in Korea, by the way. So Scandalous Eyes Punta. This is Punta and this is Cha Cha. So we are going to do swatches of all of these. So let's do the one that I forgot first. This one is in the shade Showpiece that we used, and I put that over the top of the green. It's a little bit of a duochrome color. Really gorgeous. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. And look at that swatch. It's got purple, red, and like a greeny blue shift to it. Absolutely stunning. Would be beautiful all over the lid, wouldn't it? I mean, that's one swatch, and look at how gorgeous that is. So these I highly recommend. I can't tell on here either how much what the shelf life is of these. Are probably about 12 months, because I got some about a year ago, and I think they're a little bit dried out. So I think you probably got about a year on those. So Space Chameleon I haven't even swatched, so let's try this one. Whoa, hopefully I have enough on the... Let's see how this one swatches. Oh wow. Oh, how pretty. How pretty. I want to make a bigger swatch. It's so pretty. I want you to be able to really see it. Hold on. So this one really doesn't have much of a base. It's white, and then you're having pinks and greens, and you can see there's the pink and the purple in here. But let me just show you. Look at how beautiful. Oh, aren't those so pretty, guys? Those are so beautiful. If you get nothing, I would pick up some of these liquid eyeshadows for the holiday season. I think you'd like them. And this I haven't opened yet either. So let's start with the shade Punta, which is the metallic shade. And here we go. Oh, again, another beauty. Absolutely beautiful. Kind of like a purpley mauve tone. Nice cool tone shade, really pretty. Those three colors look pretty together. And then I think this one is like a glitter topper, and this is Cha Cha, but I'm not sure if it's a glitter topper or if it's like a liquid. Okay, so here's this. It's kind of twisted, so I don't know. Let's see what we get. Hold on. Let me get, I can't see what I'm doing. So it's a glitter, but it's like a glitter in, like a liquid glitter. Really interesting. This is a little bit more messy. Oh yeah, definitely more messy. And the applicator on mine might be a little messed up. It's kind of weird because I can't tell if this is I think it is a pigment. It feels like, it looks like it's like wet, but I don't think it is. So I think it is like a pigment. I'm pretty sure it's like a loose pigment in there. And then you blend it out. It's really beautiful on high shine. And I guess you're gonna put it over this and wear the two together. So let's put a little bit over that and just put it over half. actually, let me do that again. Let me put it a little bit over this and see what that looks like over it. Pretty, changes the color from that dark purple to that, so it gives you a pretty ombre look if you do that. But yeah, this is just, can you see this? This is sort of a weird, I think it's like a loose pigment in there, and then you blend it out and you get a beautiful, beautiful sparkle. But you can also see it kind of, it made a bit of a mess on my arm, but I'm excited to play with this too. Overall, those are all absolutely stunning shades. Which is your favorite out of these 4 liquids that we have? Or maybe not liquids, I guess they're, well, this one's not a liquid, but these are. But anyway, what's your favorite one? 1, 2, 3, or 4? All right, guys, that was so fun going through everything that is on my face from Moira Cosmetics, as well as the other brands that were shown. I will have Moira's website down below for you, so you can just have fun, as well as my picks and the things that we tried on and swatched today. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know how you like this style of video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.